I'm tired of seeing black people get lynched, man. I'm honestly tired of seeing it, bro. Like, it's like, just, like, I just don't get it. It's like, why is this still happening? Why is stuff like this still happening in 2026, bro? Like, it's like, it just doesn't make any sense, bro. And it's like the fact that these things can happen, and then there, it's the whole result of the situation is it's spinned. It's made it seem like the people who lynched themselves committed to, you know what I'm saying, like they did it to themselves. They're trying to spin the narrative and make it seem like they did it to themselves. I don't get it. I really don't get it, bro. This world is so corrupt, bro. It is so corrupt. Systematic racism. It's like it defines this whole system, bro. It defines this whole system, and it's sad. It really is sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that I had to grow up in a world where, like, I may not actually live a full life because I don't know what can really happen to me. This can be the reason why I don't live a full life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to me, bro. Every time I go on TikTok, every single day, bro, there's some black man, woman, young black kid dying, losing his life over nothing, for no reason. They didn't do not one thing, not one thing. It's tiring to see this shit, bro, because it's like, that can happen to me. That's why it sucks, bro. And it's like, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, a lot of these people who are not this color are gonna be like, oh, we're tired of you guys saying it's racism. You guys blame everything. Like, people who say that are the most dumbest people in this world, bro. So you're telling me you're just gonna you're gonna tell, and they always say get over it. Get over it. You're gonna tell me to get over something that has happened for decades, centuries, and it's still happening? You're telling me to just get over it? Yeah, I may not have been in those times where I actually dealt with it, like physically, I may not have been in those times. But that doesn't mean that I don't deal with it in this day and age. That doesn't mean that I can just wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, fuck racism. I'm just gonna forget about it like it doesn't exist. We can all pretend like something doesn't exist. But at the end of the day, you will be reminded. You will be reminded as a black person. You will be reminded that racism exists. No matter how hard you try to. I know Morgan Freeman, when he said, how do you get rid of racism? Stop talking about it. See, like, yeah, you can use that argument, but like I said, when you're a black person, no matter how hard you try to acknowledge the fact, like, let's just say that you want to just forget about it. No matter how hard you try, you will be reminded. And that's just the facts. So you can't tell me and sit here and tell me, oh, forget about it. How about, okay, what if it was you? What if it was your people? Would you forget about it? Right? And it's like this young, like this guy, I forgot the name, but y'all should know what I'm talking about. He goes to like Georgia State University, something like that. This cop pulled him over and asked him if he goes to Georgia State University. Mind you, he's wearing a Georgia State University hoodie on. And you're asking a dumbass question like that. What? And he's like, oh yeah, I just wanted to know if you go. Sir, why would a random kid just be wearing a merch of his school name if he doesn't go to that school? Well, you think he just put it on because he felt like it? No, how do you think he got the shirt in the first place? What, because his friend just gave it to him? 1% chance of that happening. Because, like, why would you just want to be like, oh, yeah, let me just wear Georgia State University even if I don't go to that? Like, what? Like, really make it make sense, bro. And then now he's found lynched. And he's my age, bro. He's my age, bro. He's my age, bro. And this is what really annoys me, bro. He's my age, and it's like, why? Like, why is this happening, bro? Why? And it's like, I know, it's a horse. You guys know, I know why. But it's just like, I have to keep asking myself these type of questions in my head, because it's like, it's just like just systematic racism is really just low IQ people, bro. It's low IQ. You're mad because I'm this? I have no control over this. I didn't even ask to be this. I didn't even ask to be black, and you're mad at me because I didn't even ask to be black. That's just the funny part, bro. I didn't even ask to be black, bro. The amount of people who've been lynched in 2025 and 2026 is crazy. And on Black History Month too, bro. And they try to cover it up. And it's like, I didn't even read, like, when I looked at the amendment that quote unquote banned slavery, it didn't even ban slavery for real. It never really said that you can't own slaves. It's crazy, bro. It really is crazy. Why is the KKK still a thing? Why? Like, you see, there's so many questions that I don't understand, bro. But this is America, bro. This is what it is to be in America, bro. It's much worse, like, bro, like, it doesn't get any much worse than this, bro. Racism is at the top, bro. Racism and capitalism intertwined, bro. Like, at that point, it's like, how do you even stop that? How do you stop racism and capitalism together, bro? That shit is wow. And then you put money, greed, power on top of that. Oh my god, bro. At this point, we're just fucked. We're just fucked. But that's the mindset they want us to have, bro. That's the mindset. They want to control us. They want to feel like they have power over us. Bro, I'm telling you right now. The biggest threat to America is a young, educated black woman. Now, another biggest threat to America is a black man cursed with power, integrity. You see what I'm saying? Those two people, or that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of those two people. A man with passion, a man with integrity, a woman who's educated, who knows, like, she can't be fucked with. And that's what we need in this world, bro. We need those two type of people. And there's a lot of them out there, There's a lot of them out there. But that's why they like to suppress our type of people, because they know that if we get to that top, and we will, when we get to that top, they're fucked. They're fucked. They don't want to see us at the top. They don't want to see us at the top at all. They don't want us to get there. But we that's the funny part. The funny part is we don't even have to try to get there. We don't even have to try. You see it. You see it every day. They're losing their brains. Their minds are crumbling. Their system it's tanking. They're trying to find everything they can do to revive this, but it's not going to work. I always tell people, this America was built off blood, sweat, racism, all this shit. If the foundation was built off a negative, like, if the foundation was negative, this place would never ever be great. And that's the lie they told you, that America was the best. That's the propaganda that they want you to believe is the best. If America was the best, why do we have notice how everything leads to racism. And that goes back to my point. They told you to forget about racism, but everything goes back to racism. Credit score, banks, money. Like, I could go on, hair culture. Everything go teeth, your teeth, lips, facial, bro. Anything you can think of goes back to racism, and that's what they don't, bro. Like, this shit is sad, bro. This shit really is sad, bro. And it really just annoys me, bro, because it's like, I know it's like people are like, oh, what do you expect us to do? But that's the thing, like, bro, like if influencers, creators, if celebrities, if everybody just came together and shut the fuck up for once and say, you know what, I don't want to participate in something that's harming others, and even if it doesn't harm them directly because they're in a position where it can't, why don't you want, like, I never understood this, bro. If you have the power to help people and to change and make at least a difference in the world, why won't you do that? Why won't you take that opportunity? If I like, bro, if I have when I get that voice, when I get to that point, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, I'll be that voice for people. I'll be the one. Listen, I'm not afraid of this shit. I'm not afraid. But the only thing is, I don't want to be the only one that has the balls to do this shit. Why would I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to die and be the only one to put their life on the line to let this stop happening. Because if I do die, God forbid, I know nobody is gonna do anything after that. You see what I'm saying? But that's just a whole nother topic, whole nother thing, bro, whole nother thing. But honestly, I'm just tired of it, bro. It really is just sad, bro. There's always something being said. Look what happened with Michael B. Jordan and I forgot the other guy's name. He has this traumatic disorder. Okay. He has a disorder, but the first word he wants to use is the hard R. Really? Really? So out of all the words he could have picked from the dictionary, from his vocabulary, he wants to choose the hard R. Man, miss me with that bullshit.